The Sigma Male Code, 7 things that grind their gears. You know, we talk a lot about different personality types on this channel, and one that's super interesting to me is the Sigma Male. These guys are fascinating because they don't fit into the traditional social hierarchies. These dudes are like lone wolves, independent, self-reliant, they forge their own path. They prefer solitude, and often find peace in nature, away from the hustle and bustle of society. But that independent streak, that commitment to logic and reason, it comes with some baggage. They spend a lot of time in their own heads contemplating life's big questions and their place in the world. There are certain things that really get under their skin. These irritations can disrupt their peace and make them feel out of sync with their environment. So, in this video, we're diving deep into the 7 things that Sigma males find incredibly irritating. This is going to be good. Stick around because you won't want to miss this deep dive into the mind of a Sigma male. Number 1. Illogical presumptions. Sigma males, man, they're all about logic. They thrive on reason, evidence, critical thinking. They're the guys in the back of the room, quietly observing, connecting the dots, seeing patterns that other people miss. So when someone throws out some half-baked idea, some assumption pulled straight out of thin air, it drives them nuts. It's like nails on a chalkboard, you know? That screeching dissonance between what makes sense and what someone's trying to pass off as truth. It's an insult to their intelligence. You can almost see the gears turning in their head, trying to unravel the tangled mess of illogic. They might even try to reason with the person, lay out the facts, show them the flaws in their thinking. But let's be real, sometimes it's a losing battle. Because some people, they're just married to their beliefs, no matter how irrational. And that, my friends, is a special kind of torture for a Sigma male. Number 2, people who distort the truth. It's not just the best policy for Sigma males, it's the only policy. They call it like they see it, no sugarcoating, no bullshit. They value authenticity, genuine connection, even if it means having some uncomfortable conversations. So when someone comes along trying to spin the narrative, manipulate the facts, it's like a slap in the face. It's a betrayal of trust, a violation of that core value of honesty. And let me tell you, Sigma males have a nose for bullshit. They can sniff it out a mile away. They've got that bullshit detector firing on all cylinders, and once it goes off, it's game over. They might not always call you out on it directly, but they'll see you for what you are, a manipulator, a deceiver, someone who can't be trusted. And that's a hard label to shake off in their book. Number 3, people who force others to accept their views and opinions. Sigma males are not sheep blindly following the herd. They're independent thinkers, forging their own paths, questioning everything. They value their freedom, their autonomy, the right to think for themselves. So when someone tries to force their opinions on them, tell them what to believe, how to think, it's like trying to cage a wild animal. It's a direct assault on their individuality, their sense of self. You see, Sigma males, they're not afraid to be different. In fact, they embrace it. They're comfortable in their own skin, even if it means standing alone. They're not looking for validation from the crowd, they're seeking truth, understanding their own unique way. So trying to shove them into some predefined box, it's just not gonna fly. They'll see right through it, resist with every fiber of their being. Because for a Sigma male, true freedom lies in the power of independent thought. Number 4, overly emotional people. Now, this isn't to say that Sigma males are robots devoid of emotion. They feel things deeply, just like anyone else, but they process those emotions differently. They tend to approach things from a more rational, analytical perspective. So when someone's constantly flying off the handle, letting their emotions dictate their actions, it can be confusing, even frustrating for a Sigma male. It's like trying to have a conversation with a hurricane. They're wired to look for solutions, to understand the root cause of a problem. And emotional outbursts, they often see them as unproductive, even counterproductive. It's not that they don't empathize, it's just that they'd rather channel that energy into finding a solution. So if you're dealing with a Sigma male, keep it cool, keep it logical. They'll appreciate your ability to navigate the situation with a level head. Before moving on, if you're finding any value in this video, all I ask is for a quick like and subscribe. Your support keeps me motivated to come up with more content on fitness and self-improvement. Number 5. Incompetent authority figures who can't see the consequences of their actions. Sigma males, they respect competence. They admire people who know what they're doing, who take responsibility for their actions, who lead with integrity. So when they encounter incompetent authority figures, people in positions of power who are clearly out of their depth, it's infuriating. It's like watching a train wreck in slow motion, knowing that the conductor has no idea how to hit the brakes. It's frustrating, it's disheartening, and it can even be a little scary. Because incompetence in leadership, it has real-world consequences. It affects people's lives, their livelihoods, their well-being. And Sigma males, they see that, they feel the weight of it. They might not always speak out, but they'll be the first ones to call bullshit on bad decisions, to point out the flaws in the system. They can't help it. It's in their nature to seek truth, to demand better. Number 6. People who ask for opinions and get offended by it. Sigma males, they're straight shooters. They don't beat around the bush or sugarcoat their words. They believe in being upfront and direct. They tell you what they think, even if it's not what you want to hear. Their words might sting, but they come from a place of honesty. They value honesty, authenticity, direct communication. For them, these are the pillars of any meaningful interaction. So when someone asks for their opinion, then gets offended by their honest response, it's a special kind of mind-boggling. It's like they can't understand why someone would ask for the truth if they can't handle it. It's like asking someone to play a game of chess, then getting mad when they capture your queen. The rules were clear from the start, and yet the reaction is one of surprise and frustration. If you can't handle the truth, don't ask for it. Sigma males believe that if you seek their opinion, you should be prepared for their unfiltered thoughts. Sigma males, they're not trying to be mean, they're just trying to be real. They see no point in sugarcoating the truth because it only leads to misunderstandings and false expectations. So when you get all bent out of shape because they didn't sugarcoat it, it just tells them that you weren't really looking for honesty, you were looking for validation. And that can be quite disappointing for them. And that's not a game they're interested in playing. They'd rather walk away than engage in a conversation where the truth isn't valued. Number 7, people who say the same thing over and over again. Sigma males, they value their time. Every second is precious and they don't like to waste it. They value efficiency, meaningful conversation, and intellectual stimulation. They thrive in environments where ideas flow freely and discussions are rich and engaging. So when someone keeps repeating the same thing over and over again, it's like nails on a chalkboard to them. It's not just annoying, it's almost painful. It's the opposite of stimulating. It's mind-numbing. It drains their energy and makes them feel trapped in a monotonous cycle. It's like they're stuck in a loop, a broken record playing the same tired tune. The repetition grates on their nerves and makes them want to escape. And the Sigma male, they're sitting there watching the clock, wondering when this torture is going to end. They feel their valuable time slipping away. They might try to steer the conversation in a different direction, to introduce a new topic, to inject some much-needed intellectual energy into the room. They crave variety and depth in discussions. But if the person on the other end is stuck in their repetitive rut, it's an uphill battle. It's frustrating and often feels like a losing game. So there you have it, folks. 7 things that Sigma males find incredibly irritating. From illogical presumptions to truth-distorting manipulations, these are the things that grind their gears, make them want to retreat to their solitary domains. But remember, understanding these irritations is about more than just avoiding landmines in your conversations with a Sigma male. It's about gaining a deeper understanding of a unique personality type, appreciating their strengths, and navigating their quirks with a little more awareness. What do you think? If you are a Sigma male or becoming one, answer this. Did we miss any major Sigma male irritations? Let us know in the comments below. If you want to know what kind of men women prefer the most, whether it be a Sigma, Alpha, or Beta, check out the video on the top right corner. And as always, thanks for watching and enjoy the peaceful background music.